I mean, right now, the only thing I'm feeling is I'm just kind of pissed. I don't really know what other way to call it. I'm just excited to work, excited to get there. Be the best teammate I could be the best person, and ultimately the best player I could be for the team.
Man, I just love AD Mitchell's mindset. Why? Let's get into it. All right, what is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Cody here, and guys, a lot of interesting stuff about Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Adonai Mitchell for feels like months and months now about this guy, even in the pre-draft process leading up to the Colts taking him in the second round. There is a lot there around Adonai Mitchell. There's a ton when people were talking about him, when people were breaking him down. And so I kind of want to just talk about this and kind of the mindset that Mitchell has now, that after the fact that he's now been drafted. Also, the Indianapolis Colts released their rookie jersey numbers. I want to kind of get into that and why I love that mindset of why he chose the number that he chose and just everything in general. I really do get a really good vibe from Adonai Mitchell, and I really like the way that he's kind of approached everything when it comes to this whole process, especially right up to the point when he got drafted by the Colts and then after the fact. I've just loved kind of his mindset in that. So let's get into it, guys. So like I mentioned, the Indianapolis Colts released their rookie jersey numbers today. Felt like we knew a lot of the jersey numbers the past couple days, but the one that was in question was Adonai Mitchell, right? The Indianapolis Colts took him in round 2, pick number 52 out of Texas. Now, this was a guy that I was personally very high on coming into the pre-draft process, going into kind of looking at him as a prospect, watching some stuff on him, reading some scouting reports, all that stuff about Adonai Mitchell. And then, of course, you throw on that the RAS score, where this guy is nearly a 10 RAS score. I mean, what, he's 6'3", 205. He has elite traits in a lot of different areas. He played at Texas last year. And so the fact that, he was able to do what he was able to do, despite kind of taking a second role to Xavier Worthy, kind of being that, Batman to his Robin, or however you want to view it when it comes to that. But there were a lot of questions when it came to AD Mitchell in the process. I was always high on him, but I know a lot of people weren't super high on him, right? There was questions about, does he go 100% every play? He takes plays off. There was even some things closer, to the draft time, some things around potentially he didn't interview well. And there was just all these things. Again, Derek and I did a video breaking this down more extensively. So that's going to be coming out. It's not quite on the channel yet, but it'll be coming out in the next couple days. So be sure to keep an eye on that. The asking the question and discussing why did AD Mitchell fall as far as he did. So be sure to check that out. Don't miss that. But, okay, AD Mitchell gets taken. Regardless of all the, questions and stuff, he does get taken a little bit later than I think everybody's expecting, but he does get taken within the first 2 rounds, pick 52 for the Colts. And the first thing when they ask AD Mitchell, how is he feeling? He says this.
I mean, right now, the only thing I'm feeling is I'm just kind of pissed. I don't really know what other way to call it.
So pretty much right from the beginning, I don't know about y'all, but I got very similar vibes to Josh Downs just the season ago when he was drafted. He fell all the way to the 3rd round, right? Now, his reasons for falling weren't necessarily character concerns. I think there were some other concerns about maybe his size and things of that nature. I'm not 100% sure why Josh Downs completely fell, but you could tell Josh Downs was very upset. I mean, we all know the picture of Josh Downs now on that call with Chris Ballard. I mean, just the determination in his eyes. He said, I promise you're not going to regret this, right? And AD Mitchell said something very similar to the Colts. We saw when they released his call, essentially saying, I'm going to make you look like a genius to Chris Ballard, right? So I love that. The fact that he is confident in himself and confident that the Colts are going to get a steal here. I mean, obviously, a lot of players say that, but I just got very similar vibes in the same way to Josh Downs, who we saw what he did his rookie season. He broke the Colts reception record, and this kid was playing phenomenal football for a good chunk of the season. And so I'm not saying that AD Mitchell is going to do that, but I think that mindset that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to make teams regret making me fall this far, I think honestly is a great trait to have. A little bit of cockiness, I think. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think just having confidence in yourself, in your craft, and knowing what your ability is, and knowing that teams are going to regret passing on you, I'm honestly totally fine and actually in favor of that type of mindset, right? Now, you can be humble and you can say all these things, but like, at the end of the day, I feel very confident, and I think this exudes confidence to everyone else as well, is like, I'm not going to be a guy that's going to back down, right? I'm not going to shy from being the best version of myself. I'm going to prove the people wrong, right, who thought that I wasn't worth, taking 51 picks before. So I love that mindset. And then I mentioned just recently the Colts released their rookie numbers, and Adonai Mitchell chose the number 10. Now, here's the interesting part. The reasoning behind why Adonai Mitchell picked the number 10 is because there were 10 wide receivers taken before him in this draft. I mean, I just love that mindset again. Going doubling down to right when he was taken to now. I mean, the same sort of confidence. This guy believes he's going to be a star in the league. And I think, obviously, you got to go out there and play if you're Adonai Mitchell. But I think mindset and being in the right mental state, that is a huge hurdle that I think some players maybe struggle to get over at times, right? But I've never gotten that sense from AD Mitchell that he feels not confident in his abilities to be a really, really good wide receiver in this league. I really feel like, and I've said this before, like just based on his skills alone, he has the potential to be one of the best wide receivers coming out of this class. I truly believe it because the physical talent is all there, right? The biggest questions that we had when it came to AD Mitchell were just, where is he up here? Where is that mindset? We didn't know what the process was, right? We've heard a few things, but we didn't know. And that's why even, people like Derek, when we were doing, kind of our pre-draft stuff and when we were doing our mock drafts, he kind of stayed away from Adonai Mitchell because he didn't know. And he was kind of concerned about that, right? So, and I know Derek wasn't the only one. A lot of people were very much scared off. And obviously some teams were as well when it came to AD Mitchell and kind of all that. They just didn't want to get into the weeds of it and potentially have it here. But again, I just love the fact that this kid is confident, supremely confident in what he can do on the field. And I really do believe he has superstar written all over him. I mean, we've made videos about this. I've talked about how I just was shocked that Adonai Mitchell was available when he was. And I really do feel like if he can get it all together, he has the potential to be one of the best steals in this draft. I truly do believe that. Now, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You got to go out there and play. I mean, this is all talk at this point. We don't know 100%, right, that AD Mitchell's going to be a home run pick. I mean, he very well could not. He could bust like he could. But the potential is sky high with AD Mitchell, right? His mindset, I believe, is in the right place. I believe he's in a great situation with the Indianapolis Colts, with Reggie Wayne, Michael Pittman, and all these wide receivers. He's got a lot of mentor figures in there that they can kind of take him under their wing, and you really feel like he's in a good situation to thrive with Shane Steichen, Anthony Richardson, all those pieces there to really, make him the best person and the best player that he can be. Make him the best off the field. And, I mean, again, he has some really good things that you like. I mean, just you've heard some glowing remarks from, the head coach at Texas. You heard the reasoning behind why he transferred to Texas, right? He's a very family-oriented guy. The Colts, obviously, a very family-oriented organization. So it seems like on the surface, it's a very good situation for AD Mitchell. But again, you can put all these things around players, but the players have to make the choice, right, to do these things. And I believe that AD Mitchell will, but only time will tell when it comes to this. So very interested to see kind of how he factors in. It's good to kind of know the numbers now for AD Mitchell and kind of what he will be sporting. I was trying to remember when's the last time a receiver's worn number 10, and I had to go all the way back to Dante Moncrief back in the Andrew Luck early stages of his career, right? Hopefully AD Mitchell has a better career than Dante Moncrief. Moncrief had flashes, remember, but never could truly be consistent. But AD Mitchell, I think, has all the potential in the world to be a very good wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts in the immediate and also in the future working with Anthony Richardson. So, guys, Let me know your thoughts. Really curious where you guys stand on AD Mitchell. I've been a big fan of how AD Mitchell has kind of handled everything, post draft so far, and just his mindset and his willingness to go out there and work and really prove people wrong and prove Chris Ballard right on taking the chance on him. So, guys, curious where your thoughts are here on AD Mitchell when it comes to his mindset and then just moving forward with the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. That'll do it for this one. Thanks, guys, and go Colts.